Good frosty, freezing, bitterly cold Friday morning Garden State weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is some of the coldest air we've seen thus far this season on this Friday morning, the 6th of February 2015. Basically, under a canopy of generally clear skies, the winds have all shifted around to the southwest, but that's not really going to tell the story this morning. Stepping out the door, definitely some black icy patches on untreated surfaces, but the temperatures are the story. The winds have all abated, but still the wind chills are generally remarkable at about 0 to 5 below. In some cases in the Hudson River Valley, the wind chills temperatures make it feel like 10 below. The actual air temperatures this morning are running anywhere from negative 8 degrees below zero at Poughkeepsie to 11, 10, 12, 13 above, Central Park 13, LaGuardia 13, Kennedy 14. Newark is at 9 this morning as of this broadcast. It's 8 in Islip, 5 at Shirley. You get the point here. Temperatures very, very cold for this morning under generally clear to partly cloudy skies. Some very cold temperatures this morning in northwestern New Jersey. It's 10 degrees below zero in Walpack under clear skies, 7 below in Lafayette. It's absolutely zero at High Point State Park, 4 degrees below zero in Hackettstown this morning. It's just cold. Morning pass of the visible satellite imagery this morning shows generally clear to partly cloudy skies, high clouds moving in from the west right now, spilling over the top of a ridge. Basically just a cold, cold dome of weather across the region. Some snow showers downwind of the lakes here, dying out as they progress south and east, unaffecting our region for today. We can see this on Doppler as well. Watches, warnings, and advisories is the wind chill advisories here for northeastern Pennsylvania and into parts of New York and Connecticut will be expiring. On the waters, we have small craft advisories, and these will be in effect until 6 a.m. on Saturday for west winds at 10 to 20 knots, gust up to 25 knots, and seas 3 to 6 feet. Google Earth streamline analysis at 250 millibars. The jet stream level we can see generally our warming which continues to occur and push the vortex to the other side of the pole. And still we have a very strongly negative EPO with a strong jet couplet here across the Pacific pounding into the west coast and then lining up from a ridge axis here which is a positive PNA and then a downsloping trough developing in the means across the eastern United States. And this is where the frontal boundary, the Arctic front will be sinking south and a disturbance moving along it in the subtropical branch will help to influence some precipitation in the form of snow and mixed precipitation around here Sunday night and Monday, and we'll get into that in just a moment. No airport delays this morning, but it's cold. VFR conditions in place through the area through today. Mixed high-level clouds moving in. Northwest winds this morning becoming west to southwest, and they're already doing so. Gusts to near 20 knots possible early this afternoon. The winds will likely diminish this evening and should become light and variable again by late tonight. Saturday, VFR conditions overall, cold fronts stalling and settling into our area. Saturday night may allow for near MVFR ceilings near Allentown. Sunday and Monday, the conditions should become MVFR and IFR mainly later Sunday night and Monday with rain, snow, and sleet. The timing and precipitation types are of lower confidence still at this time, and although it appears a milder system will occur as compared to the last couple of model runs that we've broadcasted the last couple of days. Now Tuesday, the conditions should improve back to VFR later in the day as low pressure moves out to sea. A north to northwest wind will gust up to 25 knots again. Right now outside of Newark, it's 9, dew point 2 degrees below zero Fahrenheit, humidity 60%. The wind is southwest at 9, overcast conditions at 25,000, scattered clouds at 17,000, wind chill -4. Today's story, broken clouds becoming, a few clouds becoming broken during this afternoon as the clouds begin to increase tonight as the front comes through and stalls near the area tomorrow, and we have VFR conditions in place. Philadelphia 15 right now, dew point 1 degrees below zero Fahrenheit, humidity 48%. The wind is basically west at 9, overcast at 16,000, wind chill at about 3, VFR conditions in place. And the gradual shift in the models over the last couple of runs is indicating a further northward boundary of this Arctic front as it settles and stalls across the region. Where its location will be on Saturday night into Sunday will be very pertinent in the type of precipitation and where the area of low pressure on Sunday night and Monday tracks. Right now, the dam model has generally been on an increasingly northward trek with 2 meter temperatures rather warming basically on Sunday morning, well above freezing here. And that would indicate mostly precipitation of a liquid type here. You can see the low pressure area moving towards the Great Lakes, where the other models, especially the GFS, have it a little bit further south and then moving towards the Delmarva before possibly redeveloping off the coast on Monday afternoon and Monday night. So this difference in temperature is going to lead to basically a different kind of forecast as well. The NAM 4 is indicating the high moving over the region. Here is our frontal boundary with disturbances rolling over the top here, and this will be indicative of pretty much nothing for our region as the warm air advection and the isentropic lift remains further to the north. And this brings us to basically Sunday afternoon with this well removed from the region. GFS basically looking at the 850 millibar temperatures also warms it up, but keeps a slight cool pool here. Here's our low pressure area also trending north now through central Pennsylvania and then off the Delmarva coast as cooler air begins to wrap in on the back side of it. So it's definitely going to be much more of a mixed precipitation event and less snow in the forecast for just about everybody. So high pressure will be in control today. Here comes the front sliding down with disturbances rolling through the flow, isentropic lift keeping basically the precipitation out of our forecast region. Maybe southern Connecticut, southern New England getting in on some of this during Saturday night and Sunday morning. And then the low begins to develop as the front begins to stall across the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metropolitan area of low pressure. Bringing rain to the central Pennsylvania region, some ice pellets with isentropic lift, but notice the high pressure ridging and the cold air damming here is leaving the New Jersey area. So we still have a wedge of cold air here through southern New England, possibly from Interstate 80 north. That's where some snow could be falling Sunday night and Monday, could be mixing with some ice pellets and some rain the further south you go, including New York City and Trenton, and then rain for Philadelphia. Then as the system really begins to deepen slightly off the New Jersey, southern New England coastal waters on Monday night, the precipitation could change back to snow and maybe a mix of ice pellets here in the New York City metropolitan area as well, and then that moves out. We're just left over with some light snow across the interior very early on Tuesday morning, and then that moves out with a bitterly cold Arctic air mass coming in once again, aiding to the complication of where the boundary will lie and also the thermal profiles here. If we go to the 2 meters, which is down to the surface, we're going to find our warmth running into the upper 20s, low and mid 30s here by Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. Everybody should be above freezing, including New York City, according to the GFS, and even low to mid 40s possible around the New York, Philadelphia area as the precipitation gets ongoing. And then we find our cold dome here hanging in with cold air damming, dropping the temperatures as the precipitation moves overhead early on Monday morning. This would probably be in the form of snow from I-80 north and west into New York City initially, and then could mix with ice pellets and rain as the area of low pressure begins to move off the coast and deepen somewhat. Cold air could be damming in again on the backside of this across interior northwestern New Jersey, the Hudson River Valley, Connecticut, and change the precipitation back to snow upon exiting. The problem here will be exactly how all of this plays out, and then of course with the temperature profile being in place in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere at 850 and 10,000 millibars, that's where we're going to have to look out for the snow ratios to give you an accurate forecast in terms of type and location and amounts. So as of right now, it's not really viable to do snowfall forecast maps because we just don't know where all these interactions will take place, and that will have a great impact on not only the type of precipitation but the amount of the precipitation in terms of snow ratios. Right now it does look like several inches of snow will probably fall north and west of Interstate 80, but we're not going to get into that until we get better RAOB data as the systems move into the United States and into a better rich upper air observing station RAOB data here in the United States, and that will probably be better on Saturday. So we're going to wait for this, cover all of this live again on Garden State Weather, gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. The only thing I can say today is do protect yourself outside. It is bitterly cold.